All right, guys, here's going to be skid loader part 4. Trying to think where I left off last time. I got definitely a lot more done. I got the bucket plasma cutted and welded up. Ended up being sheets width, so 48, 49 inches, 23 deep, 18 high. That's welded onto a standard quick hitch skid loader attachment. I got the auxiliary hydraulic mounts welded on, ran cleanly, just the way I wanted it. The last video I kind of brain farted. The cylinder was actually upside down. I measured just fine. I had the solid part of the cylinder mounted on the bottom, flipped it around, didn't have to buy anything. So both my lines worked. I ended up actually buying another line, so I guess you know, I'll have a 72-inch hose for something in the future. I had to make this little step bracket, so it kind of cleaned everything up nice here. Hopefully these will, you know, straighten up. I also got to loosen up these hoses and kind of make a straight arc on both of those two. I got the battery tray completely finished. This is just a piece of threaded, well, it was a battery clamp. I just cut the end off and then threaded the other end for the wing nuts that they had, and then just cut a bar. So my electric start works now, and I just got it grounded to the frame. Yeah, and I guess I lifted it for the, you know, actually took a scoop full of some wood splitter bark that I had out back, and man, I probably had about 200 pounds in it, and it worked up great. So I actually just picked up a seat tonight. It's an old forklift seat from a guy that I used to work with, so I'm gonna make like a pin on, pin off seat, just in case if you want to just use it for a stand-on skid loader for a quick project, just to get the seat out of the way. A few things I noticed when I worked in it. I actually upped the pressure so far. I kind of started at around 1500 psi. I think it's at 2100 right now, and I can probably go a little bit higher. The only thing that was, the loader is definitely more capable than this machine will ever handle. It's more the drive motors that needed a little bit more power when I was stabbing the bucket into something. So I guess I can probably start it up and kind of give you guys Sorry, I'm still filming off my phone right now, and the angle and the zoom is kind of goofy on it. But yeah, I'd say it's probably about, you know, all the way up, bucket straight. The bottom of the bucket's probably at about 5 feet or so. So not too many more things I got to do. I still got to wire up the pod lights, and then I have just enough sheet, I think, to cut that bottom skid for it. I think I'm just going to go from the front all the way to the back of the engine, and I'm going to leave this grating open. Actually, if you just have some muddy boots, it can just wash off easy. The only other finishing detail, besides paint that I'm going to do, kind of hoping anybody that's, knows a little bit more about hydraulics or is into hydraulic projects knows more than I do about this subject, but there's actually a port here in my motor that is meant for, it's called a cavity cartridge valve. I'm kind of hoping that somebody can kind of dumb down what I need. I don't know if I need like a sequencing valve, but basically like the drive motors, if you don't know what you're doing, is it's an on-off switch. So I mean, it's so little of a adjustment and it's really jerky. I mean, I'm not looking for like, you know, factory performance, but something that could kind of just dampen down the hydraulics. You know, if you finally go forward on both directions and you let this one go a little bit, I mean, it's exactly like a hydraulic brake. I mean, it'll lock up and turn if you're not super smooth with the controls up top. I know there's a cavity valve that can fit in here that I'm not looking for it to 100% fix my issues, but something that can maybe smooth it out just a little bit. So if anybody has any intel on, or could point me in the right direction, I've read a couple like Parker and Son hydraulic technical pages and I'm still not sure what I need. So if anybody wants to chime in for that, that'd be awesome. I probably will only do maybe like one more video of just kind of like the overview and like progress build of what I'm doing, and then hopefully once it's done and painted, I'm gonna give a good like working video. But I kind of hope that, you know, I'd like to work it maybe just for a couple hours unpainted and kind of just not 100% finished yet, just in case I still need to tack or weld or do anything else before I paint, because that's kind of the last thing I want to do. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you guys have any more questions on the build, definitely shoot me a message or a comment. Thank you.